Hey y'all, Billy from Pastures Farm. All right, well forgive me, I can't look at the camera. I'm one of those people that when I drive, I'm actually looking at the road. Yeah, it seems pretty crazy these days. Anyway y'all, today I'm taking you on a little field trip. I'm going to a homestead that's about, oh shoot, I think as a crow flies, probably 6 miles away. But when you're driving these mountains, a 6-mile drive back in Texas would be about 6 minutes. But out here, when you traverse these mountains, 6 minutes could be 30. And I'm not kidding. It's just how it is, you know, that's the way it goes. So anyway, I'm heading out to their place, and I'm going to do something for those of you that don't know. When you're a homesteader, when you're a permaculture designer, when you're a farmer, just in general, you give each other what most people by and large would think are strange, unusual, maybe even unorthodox kind of gifts. But it's different in this world. I mean, we give each other some bizarre things, some would say. Like just like a week or two ago, I was talking to Ben, another Ben, over at Renewed Homestead. We were talking about exchanging some of the things we talk about, like, you know, things that might be used for a solar kiln. But these are off the beaten path kind of things that by and large, most of us just don't give each other. But today is even in the homestead world, some might consider this even a bizarre gift. So, never been over there before. I've met them briefly at a brief church function a while ago. So don't know them very well. Met Ben actually a couple of other times at local feed stores where we just happened to be there at the same time. And so I'm really looking forward to going to their place, checking it out. I know a little bit about what they do, and it's always a joy to go to a new place and meet new folks as far as what they're doing in the homestead journey. So looking forward to it. Hey y'all. Okay, I finally made it. Here we are with my man Ben out here. We've only met casually a couple of times, and so it's pretty cool to be out here and finally make it, which is a grand total, I think, as the crow flies, actually about 5 miles.
Really?
From my place, yeah. So if we had like a ultralight or whatever those things are, man, you could fly right over the mountain that way. Yeah. Make it right into my place.
That's awesome. I didn't know we were so close.
Yeah. My goodness. Well, hey, y'all, if you don't know, this is Ben from Growing Up Holt, and been checking out his YouTube channel. Had no idea that he lived actually this close. But like I said on the way over, y'all, I got something for you, bro.
You got something for me?
I do. These are your little pigs, right?
These are my little pigs. Yeah.
Okay, and the Mangalitas are...
You passed them on the way in.
Did I really?
Yeah.
I couldn't see much of anything, bro. You have like a somewhat north-facing slope. Well, it's
yeah,
like
it
what is more like an east-facing slope.
It's kind of northeast. The snow takes a while to disappear.
Yeah, it was. I was like, dude, I'm like, oh man, I should have drove my 4-wheel drive to get out here, but it looks like we're cool. Yeah. Got something for you back here, bro.
Okay, awesome. Let's see
what
we got going.
Now, don't get too excited because these broad forks you see there, right over there, those are mine.
Oh,
but
thought that was a gift, dude.
Hey, folks, what I was pointing out is that what I got in here is the real gift. So we'll talk about it. All right, y'all, in the back of this truck, we got a bunch of bread. And I'm not going to tell you where, because I was telling Ben a moment ago that I've told some people who basically led me to believe that they had no interest in being my competitors in this. And then in time, they became my competitors. Well, this is some of what you get. Okay, my subscribers on Patreon know some of my sources, but I'm not giving you everything, folks. So... Ben, it's about feeding time, right?
It is about feeding time right now. So
okay, so I told Ben that when I do my pigs, things like bagels, things that get hard, your pigs, if they're small, they're going to want you to soak it. I know that sounds crazy. Otherwise, they'll eat the soft parts and then they'll leave it. So Ben's going to do the ultimate test right now. He's going to throw it over here and he's going to see what these pigs are going to do. You throwing the whole thing in there?
Is that too much? That might be too much.
Nah, man, it's never too much.
All right, let's hook them up. I'm breaking now. Let's see. Yep.
They might work on it a little bit, by and large, but it looks like
He's already quitting.
Looks like you got some long ones here, man. What are we looking at? There looks like a cross between like a. These are
Duroc Camp York cross is what they call
okay. Wow. You're going to have some nice bacon. You're going to have real good money cuts on these pigs. Okay. So they're digging it right now. But usually when you give bread to pigs like this, when it's this hard, when they're little, a lot of times you're going to want, they're playing with it right now. They're probably going to eat it. But a lot of times you'll notice that if it's not softened up first for, some breeds are a little bit weird, man. If it's not softened up sometime, they'll just eat the soft parts and then leave the hard stuff.
Just leave it. And then you got bread sitting everywhere.
Yeah.
Do you think if I just dump those bagels in like that, that's a kind of a lot, huh?
Well,
they're gonna eat it though.
Yeah, they'll eat it. If not now, they'll get it later. But I guarantee, just like you or me, man, nobody ever wants to eat dehydrated food. They love this fresh stuff.
Right.
So
I'm gonna dump it.
All right, cool.
Here we go, guys. Here we go, pig. Watch out.
Oh my goodness, that is quite the feeding frenzy.
Merry Christmas. You guys don't have to fight.
Yeah, they're going to lose their minds over that, brother.
Really?
I was telling folks on the way, Ben, that as homesteaders, we give ourselves some pretty unusual gifts. Would you agree?
Yeah. This is an awesome gift, though.
No.
Unusual. Hey, Ben, I got a truck bed full of bread. You want some? I mean, sure. You know what? Sure, but I've learned something today, too, so
Okay.
I don't have to be buying as much food.
No. There's a lot of places out there, man, where, some good things can be had, and you just got to look off the beaten path. But if you think you're going to go to a grocery store, that ain't going to happen, is it?
No, that's how that works.
No, today's litigious society, it's crazy. I sat there having a conversation, and one of our local, like I said, Ben's only just down the road from us, had a conversation with one of the people at the local Ingles here, and what he told me, I don't know that I could repeat without getting him in trouble, but apparently they throw away enough stuff in the course of a day to feed about 100 of these guys in the course of a day. So here we are with Ben over by his Mangalitzas. I can never say that right.
I don't know how to say it right either.
Yeah. They got names?
This is Beatrice and Willow.
Beatrice?
Willow.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah.
I can dig it. Are you planning on eating them?
Eventually, these actually might be breeders.
Really?
I'm thinking I might turn these into sows, but I'm not 100% sure if I'm ready to take that step yet.
Do you have any concerns about how long it takes for these guys to grow out?
I knew about that all along, but I have like a good amount of terrain that can let them forage, so I'm not concerned so much about feed costs. And since I have the other round of pigs, that's kind of why I got the other round of pigs, because I knew how long it was going to take.
You know, one cool thing, and I think we're actually on the same thing here, is that I use guinea hogs for a very different and maybe a similar reason, because I got so much land I need to have cleared up. Is that part of the reason why you got these, leave them as a maintenance crew?
That's exactly. These two are my crew, and they've been going around this lower section. They've been here probably a little too long, but it snowed. And they're going to tear all this up so we can till it. Well, not till it, but turn it into a garden.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. So these guys are your workhorses, possibly your baby pig production team. And so you got more pigs back there, which we just saw a moment ago. So you plan on running them up the side of this mountain, right?
Yep, so I'm going to run them up the side of the mountain and take them over this way behind the houses that way, because I got a ton of like young trees, and it'd be nice to kind of make like almost like a silvopasture kind of thing, like they call it. I don't know if that's what it'll turn into, but again, like you said, I got a ton of land, and we gotta turn this thing over.
As far as this shelter here, I think we kind of solved a couple of problems, huh?
Yeah, definitely with the water situation. I've been having some water freezing issues, so Billy's telling me about burying a bucket, which would be super helpful. And then with the fencing, I might just kind of revamp my charger situation, because they've been sneaking out. But I think other than that, I'm really excited to feed them some of the bread and stuff we got today, because that's going to be real helpful.
Cool. You think these guys are going to want to eat that?
Oh, they'll eat anything.
Of course they will. They're pigs.
So I just moved the paddock of the cow today. So their old one is still wrapped around where I moved these chickens. But I just moved the chickens behind where the cow just was.
All right, so
I don't usually run a double fence. That seems kind of weird. But this fence isn't even on. So.
Is the other fence on?
The other fence is on.
Now you're going to see a feeding frenzy. Do they get food scraps much?
A lot of food scraps.
So look at this. So, wow, isn't it curious that all this stuff, by and large, goes in dumpsters? What do you think about that?
I think, look at this. We could be raising all these birds on it.
No, I mean, it's not even just that. I mean, every single omnivore that we raise on a farm or otherwise, just with the stuff that goes in the dumpster.
Right.
I mean, it's amazing. It's truly astonishing
I
how
don't have
much.
to be buying any food. I'm going to turn that fence off and let them in.
All right, so here we are. Ben's giving me the grand tour. It looks like you got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Got this old barn there.
I want to save that barn. It's kind of leaning, so I got to do some foundation work. But right now I store a few things in there. There's about 40 years worth of stuff in there that I got to get rid of.
Yeah.
That's the starting of a greenhouse. It's not finished yet. And then over here up top, we got the goats. They're also living with our boy, Great Pyrenees Clark. He's kind of hanging with them. Up here, we got a garden shed eventually with a little deck, which is kind of cool to check the view out. Right now, it's just storage. Right here, it's all covered in snow, but this was our summer kind of kitchen garden that we had last year. There's still some hoops up. There's about 7 20-foot rows there. And then behind here, this is our trusty travel trailer.
So how many of you were in that thing?
6 of us. For 108 days across the country.
No kidding.
Before we landed here, and I parked it up here, and this is where it's been since June.
Dude, that's awesome.
So we're still halfway living in that. Halfway living in, this is a shed to house conversion situation we're doing now. I actually just bought it, and I already put an addition on it, but this outer part is a laundry room. And then we have another one over there that my older 2 daughters are staying in. That we're going to finish out. So
wow. Are you freezing at night here?
It gets cold. But yeah, I'm responsible. So it's okay. So, and then, oh yeah, this is our outhouse. We didn't make a video of this yet, but this is the first thing we built on the property.
I bet.
All from recycled, the composting toilet inside. So.
Yeah. I remember back in the day using one of those.
And then over here, so this shed house actually over here is quote unquote almost finished. So.
Is this the one for your daughters?
For my older 2 daughters, yeah. So there's a full bath in there. There's the bunnies.
Aw.
3 Rexy. That's the bunny breeding program. Let's see if it's, I don't know if it's clean in here. It's a little messy. You can take a peek though. It's got the mini split up top. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool. So
right.
I did see you do a video on this one, right?
Yeah, we did. We did have a video on this one.
Oh, how cool is that?
If you want.
Okay, I thought this was like one of the coolest things ever until I saw that Nirvana poster on the wall. Okay.
That's funny. I can't pick my daughter's
Dude,
taste. I can't pick my daughter's taste.
They totally ruined rock and roll, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna win any fans on that one, but
okay.
I'm keeping it real.
Don't slip.
Yeah.
And down this way, I mean, it doesn't look like it now, but we got a bunch of fruit trees in. Hoping they'll make it.
It looks, you have not been here that long, and it looks like you've been very, very, very busy. How long have you been here?
Been here since end of June, so about 6 months at this point.
So it's you and your wife is Brienne, right?
My wife Brienne, and then we have 4 daughters.
4 daughters, and you did it all within that travel trailer over there for quite a while, and then you turned back. You basically carved this right out of the wilderness, from what I can tell. Is that about right?
That's about it. My wife was the tree, mostly the smaller tree trimmer. She loves living that up. And I mean, this when we got here, this was all grass this tall. So.
Man, highly impressive, bro. Hey, y'all, check them out. Growing Up Holt.
Growing Up Holt.
I said Growing Out Holt, so I messed that one up. But yeah, Growing Up Holt, and you guys are basically chronicling from the bottom up what you're doing here and how you've been going about it, right?
Yep. And so we started with our trip, and we've started basically building this homestead from scratch. So we have videos on the animals, we have videos on finishing out the shed houses, so a lot of cool stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks so much for letting me come around, bro.
Yeah, thank you, dude. Thanks for all the tips.
Yes, sir.